In the only building this franchise has ever known. We're at the home of the Texans. Welcome to NRG Stadium in Houston. Today, we're ready for an entertaining battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Houston Texans. Fairbairn ready to get this one going. And we're off and running from Houston. Moore with a return. This makes it up to the 25. So here come the 49ers for their opening drive. They're led out by the fourth-year passer out of Iowa State, Brock Purdy.
From Mr. Irrelevant just 3 years ago to one of the highest-paid quarterbacks in the NFL, Brock Purdy has just been the model of competitive grit. And, Kate, these 49ers just feed off of it. Is he the most talented? No, but he plays with tremendous heart, and his teammates follow him.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Purdy on the play action. Throw right side is caught by Jennings. And he gets this one up to the 40-yard line. They gain 14 on the play. And it brings up a San Francisco first down.
San Francisco.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Here's the first carry from Christian McCaffrey. And in a blink, they are off to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
It's a gain of 10. First down, 49ers.
You want to drain some of the excitement, some of the noise from a home stadium? It's exactly how you do it when you go on the road. Run it right down their throat from the jump.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And the ball is going to remain at midfield as he is stopped at the line. No gain.
That's what an offensive player never wants to see. A defender just waiting for him on the edge. At that point, he plays dead. And good effort on his part to at least get back to the line of scrimmage.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. From the gun, McCaffrey. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. The Texans bringing out an extra DB. 3rd down coming up. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a first down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
On 4th down, looks like 49ers sending out Thomas Morstead now to punt. And as this hits and heads out, we wait for the mark, but it should be right on the 20.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
A fortunate break for them as they get a gift with roughing the kicker. Their offense heading back out to keep things going.
Automatic first down.
You gotta be smarter than that. No reason to hit the kicker there, and that gives him a first down. Shotgun snap for Purdy. Finds his man. It's Ricky Pearsall. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's a 49er first down.
First down.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
All right, set now, 1st and 10. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. First down from the red zone. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
Purdy now on 2nd and 10. This throw is caught. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play.
To Ricky Pearsall. It's a gain of 8. And it brings up 3rd down.
All right, 2 yards to go here on 3rd down on what will be the 9th play of this impressive drive. On 3rd and short, McCaffrey. And he's going to have enough for the first down, not by much. He got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal.
San Francisco.
Love the way they decided to keep the drive moving, Brock, pounding it forwards and an early tone on this opening drive.
It sure does, both physically and then mentally as well, because you know and I know successful run often leads to great play-action pass.
Looking to throw, Purdy. The Texans close it in, and they will get him. And it's step 1 towards a goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. 2nd and goal coming up.
Kid, all the data lately has taught us really clearly. Sacks, negative yardage plays. They not only just destroy that play, they destroy drives. Well done, defense.
Going the wrong way. It's 2nd and goal now, back at the 12. Trying again, following the sack. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that brings up 3rd and goal.
Well, this has been a tough series. Sacked on the first down play, forced to throw it away right there, an awfully difficult 3rd down now staring you in the face.
3rd and goal, Purdy. And got his man. That's a San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers finish up an excellent opening series. And that opening series, you use this word a lot with me, Brock, methodical. No massive highlights, just effective play calling, steady progress until they cross that goal line.
Yep, and to fans and fantasy football owners, might not have been a highlight, but to the coaches, the entire drive was the highlight. A great start. I mean, great start to the game where their offense stayed consistent, operated the plan just how it was drawn up, and found the end zone as a result.
Point after from Pinheiro is up and good. And the 49ers will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Texans, nothing.
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. Here's Traymon Smith with the return. He stopped on the run back at the 27. So here come the Texans for their opening drive. Leading them out, our 2023 Offensive Rookie of the Year. Now in his 3rd season out of Ohio State, it's C.J. Stroud.
It didn't take long for C.J. Stroud to make an immediate impact into the NFL, and it didn't take long for me, Kate, to form an opinion that this guy is just different. He just processes the game quicker. Remember talking to Ryan Day on the practice field in Columbus, watching him in college, and he just alluded to that as well. It's the anticipation. It is knowing where everybody is and getting that ball out before any...
Stroud is hit. The ball is out. And this is picked up by the 49ers. Buttoned up pretty well after that fumble, but they are still going to take over in the red zone. Did not want to start like that. They get their shot to show what they can do, and they cough it up immediately, and they're off the field in one play.
Did you see what I saw there, Kate? I think I saw the excitement leave their body as somebody else was on top of that fumble. If you're the type to believe in omens, well, this is a very worrying start to this game.
Second drive coming up for this 49ers offensive unit. And I'm pretty sure, Brock, they hadn't even all sat down on that sideline yet to rest. And now they're right back out there with a great chance to repeat their last touchdown.
And you will take that every day of the week and twice on Sundays. You don't mind at all. You got that defense right now reeling after the touchdown. And look at where they start with the football now.
San Francisco to the line. It's 1st and 10. Trying an inside give now with McCaffrey. And he's taken down as they very quickly get into 1st and goal.
The tackle made at the 6-yard line. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Zone read the give to McCaffrey. And he's in for the touchdown. The 49ers pull out in front further, 13-zip. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Extra point try now from Pinheiro.
The extra point.
The point after splits the uprights. And the 49ers drive out to an early 14-0 lead.
Texans nothing.
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. Here's Smith on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
Smith on the return.
This Texans offense readied up for its second drive of the contest. They watched their fumble turn into points, so feeling maybe a little bit of an urge to make up for that now in this series. Texans to the line, 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Nick Chubb. And he gets it forward to steal about a yard out of that. Nick Martin making that play.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays, the ones that amount to really very little statistically, and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Stroud off the play fake. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And then brings up 3rd down.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
You know, Kate, that was one of those situations where you hear a quarterback having a clock, right? You know, and he had enough time in the pocket, but then it was like, okay, time is running out, and I got to do something. He did not force a throw and risk a pick. Instead, he just got rid of it and cut his losses.
Texans going to kick this away on 4th, and it's Tommy Townsend on for the punt. And we'll see how his debut offering goes. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. The 49ers back on offense and set to take over. And that lead they've got, Brock, they are never going to have to worry about losing it if they keep scoring every time they touch this football.
Is that how it works?
It surprisingly is. You know, if you have the lead and you don't lose it, you win.
And that type of start, well, you wanted all 17 games of a season, but you're lucky to get it more than once.
49ers to the line. 1st and 10. On the ground to begin the drive with McCaffrey. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Sometimes just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play. It just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer. Find the lane quicker. The defender maybe a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Finds a man, right side. And this one's brought to an end well downfield from that line of scrimmage.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Purdy setting up that play action. Finds his fullback. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Now a give. It's McCaffrey heading right. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. It's a gain of 4. And it brings up a San Francisco 1st down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he's stuck with him, but this one heads the wrong way. He winds up losing yards.
Now might be a good spot to remind everybody, about for the 1000th time, how much better athletes these D tackles are today, Kate. A decade or two ago, they just ate up space. Now, they eat up running backs.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. From the gun is Purdy. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
To Jawan Jennings. 5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here.
I'm coming.
Purdy to throw it. Throwing this back in the end zone. And got his man. That's a San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers take a 20-zip lead. Ricky Pearsall with the touchdown. Wow, just perfect execution there, Brock. Nailing the fade for 6.
Yeah, and when it comes to the fade route, it really is all about timing, and as you said, the execution of it. You have to have the matchup first, but then you need to go connect. What a great play.
Extra point try now from Pinheiro.
Extra point.
Extra point sent right down the middle. And the 49ers push their lead to 21-zip already.
Texans nothing. Eddie Pinheiro.
Now
set
Pinheiro on to
kick off.
handle the kickoff. This return starts at the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
Take over first and
Here
10.
come the Texans as they get set to take over on offense. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock, but what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
All right, the Houston offense looks set, Brock. Here's first and 10. And off to Chubb to start the drive. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
You call that first down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards. They'll take that every single time.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Shotgun now, first round. Has him on the quick hitter. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it sets up a Houston first.
That's good for a Texans.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's first and 10. From the gun, Stroud. Collins got it left side. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
Here's Chubb on second down. And they bring him down around the 34. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
That's good for a Texans first down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots, but some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
Stroud throwing here on first. Pressure comes. He's taken down. The 49ers got him. It's a sack on first down. We'll see if it changes the play they go with now on second.
Opening frame of the game, and 2 times already, these defenders have got home for a home run sack. If they get their way, a lot more teammates are going to join them on the stat sheet with the takedown before this one ends.
A lot of work to do as that sack makes this a tough 2nd and 17. Another try following the sack. Schultz with the catch. And this one does not go far.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Gotta figure out this third down here. To the air, Stroud. Pass complete, screenplay. And this is not going to do the job. They don't even let him get back to the line. It's fourth down.
Not terribly complicated on this one, just not the third down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the first, and apparently, little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
So it'll be Tommy Townsend once again to punt this away. And this will be his second effort of the contest. This one's headed for the sideline and out. We'll get the mark. They say it's at the 9 where it crossed. So here come the 49ers on offense. And eventually, Brock, one of their drives is going to fail to reach that end zone. But through 3 possessions so far, they have been perfect.
Yeah, and in order for that to happen, somebody somewhere on this defense has got to rise to the occasion.
San Francisco to the line. It's first and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with McCaffrey. Nearly starts the drive with a first down run. He stopped a yard short, gain of 9.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable second down.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on second down. Now it's Purdy. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
I love that. No, I love that defensively right there. It's about the only thing you could do to the tight ends at this level. You have got to disrupt them. You have got to match their physicality with even more physicality, and it forced an incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Purdy will sneak it. And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
2 yards on the play. And a 49er first down.
That may not look like much, but that is a confidence builder for quarterback and offensive line in particular. When you know you can push the pile on third down on a sneak and get a first down, you may have to come back to that in a bigger moment in this one later.
McCaffrey running between the tackles. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Derek Stingley putting that play to bed.
He was brought down.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. They send a tight end in motion. From the 26 on second down. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Okay, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
On the counter, McCaffrey. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
He's tackled at the 30.
I know we all love the big home run plays, the highlight reel plays, but as an offense, these are just the stay on schedule kind of plays. But I love the commitment to this run game. Keep working that body, keep working that body, keep working that body, and eventually you could take the will away from your opponent.
Here's Purdy to throw. Escapes the pocket. And in a blink, they are up to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. They'll get 18 yards there. And that's a 49er first down.
On the play. First down, 49ers.
Well, I can tell you what, that was the goal from the moment he took off. Kept his eyes locked on the chains and made sure he set them up with a new set of downs. Well done.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Off the option, here's McCaffrey. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Going run again with McCaffrey. Again, he's taken down right at the line. Same guy, same call, same result, and now it's 3rd down.
No gain on the play.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got a tackle behind the line, but a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10.
Win the rep, let's go, right here.
Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. It's caught, Pearsall has it. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. 16 yards on the play. And it brings up a San Francisco first down. That's the end of one, and yikes, things looking a little out of hand already. 21-0 our score. We'll make our return to NRG Stadium after this. We're back, and it's 49ers football as we resume. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. They'll try it right with McCaffrey. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's a 49er first down.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. They stick with McCaffrey. And the big gain followed by a little bit of a loss here. Defense getting the better of him on that run.
His goal is pretty clear, Kate. Crash forward and then crash inside. Set that edge, but if you can come inside and bury that runner before it gets started, all the better.
All right, a couple yards to make up, Brock. Time to rediscover the magic on this drive. Here's 2nd and 12. Purdy throwing here. On target to his back. Here's Christian McCaffrey. He works it down to the edge of the red zone. Azeez Al-Shire that time on the tackle.
Ooh, he knew he was going to pay for throwing that. I knew it from up here in the booth watching that happen. But that's an experienced quarterback. If that first primary target isn't there, make sure you find your safety valve. And that got them some yards, so taking that shot, well, it was not for nothing.
On 3rd down, Purdy. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Thought he had a touchdown there. And that brings up 4th and long.
Well, it's hard for me to get too mad at him for missing a touchdown when he's already got 2 in his pocket. Maybe fantasy managers might not agree with me on this one, Kate. But don't worry, as hot as he is, I bet you a 3rd one's coming at some point.
Piniero's kick is good. And that one was hit great. It sails on through without incident.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Now Piniero on to handle the kickoff. Has this at the 6. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Houston's offense back out now and ready to go. And in a 3-score game, Brock, they have to find a way to reestablish some control here. Texans to the line, 1st and 10. Throwing is Stroud. This one's to Kirk out left side. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
Kid, I was on the field, the young high school quarterback, just last week. And I told him one of the greatest attributes a quarterback can have is courage. And it takes courage to sit in that pocket that long, let a play develop, and let that receiver work all the way from one side of the field to the other and give him a chance to make a play.
From the 33 on 2nd down. Throw secured by Jaden Higgins. And he has it right near midfield here. Looks like about a yard short. That's 16 on the pickup. And the Texans are going to have a 1st down. And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
Taken in by Kirk right side. And he's able to get it past midfield and down onto the 49er side.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd and 6 coming up here. There's a counter give to Chubb. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. And is Alfred Collins cleaning up that play.
These are the kind of runs, Kate, that just soften up a defense. Keep working on them, keep working on them. And eventually you're going to break one of those counters for even bigger yardage.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. It's caught, this is Kirk. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
A tight end in motion now. And he's got him 6 yards on that carry. It's second down.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. Again, it's Chubb. This time they've got him. He can't break another tackle. He will go down behind the line.
What was supposed to move the chains or at least make third down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Nice drive here. It's up to 8 plays as they get set for 3rd and 6. Stroud. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Now following the play, one of the 49ers banged up. He's in some pain. We're going to pause here as he gets checked on. Kaimi Fairbairn out there now to try a field goal for the Texans on this 4th down. From the right hash, it's a 47-yarder. Up and good from Fairbairn. And that lowers the lead to 21.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Moore with a return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The 49ers are headed back out on offense as we get a look at Christian McCaffrey. And they were able to contribute 3 points to the lead their last time out. Another chance to build on that advantage here. '49ers to the line. 1st and 10. They'll send him over right. 1st and 10 now. Here's Purdy. Completed over the middle. And this play reaches the 35 before it comes to an end. It's a pickup of 11. And it brings up a San Francisco first down.
Why in the heck do you need 2 or 3 plays when you can get it done in one effective call right there? Go from first down to first down, exactly the tempo offenses love.
Shotgun, handoff to McCaffrey. Juke the defender. And there's the stop, but he's got 9 yards on first down.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule. That kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
First down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. On the give, it's McCaffrey. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up.
An offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on a 3rd and short.
He keeps it himself. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stop him at the line. No gain.
That's more than a must-get for a quarterback. I really put that in the always-get territory. Even if the defense knows what's coming, You got to be able to drive forward for at least a couple inches.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Trying an inside give now with McCaffrey. No one around. He's got space. And he will not get any further, but plenty of progress already.
M.J. Stewart in on the tackle. A gain of 22 yards. First down, 49ers.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during a game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
And he nearly gets them into the red zone as he's down at the 22. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, San Francisco.
To be a stud back in this league, it takes more than just checking the athletic boxes. There's an IQ, a feel, a patience and craftiness required along with just tremendous vision. He showed all of it navigating that run up the middle.
1st and 10, around to Robinson. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. A run with McCaffrey. Jukes out a one-stop. And we might be close to this lead growing again. That play gives him a 1st and goal.
Kalen Bullock. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the first down. Just get to a manageable 3rd down, but instead they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
And he'll get this across. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers running away with it in the 2nd quarter. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Extra point try now from Pinheiro. Right down the middle, it's good. And the 49ers continue piling onto this lead.
Texans 3.
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. Here's Smith on the return. Jukes one defender, and he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The Houston offense out and ready to set up shop. And they've got a bit of momentum from the field goal on the last series, hoping to grow that into something greater with a touchdown here.
Yeah, I think one thing you find is you do not want to settle for a field goal again. Points are great, but touchdowns, that's what's win games in the NFL.
They've got 1st down from the 31. Back to throw, Stroud. Short pass brought in. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 37. Right back to Kirk, and he's got it again. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. He gets 6 on that play, and it sets up a Houston first.
There's no question the greatest concern there was just getting the 1st down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open in the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right in there and reset those chains.
Chubb running out of the gun. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
He was brought down at the
Okay, a 2-yard run on first down. I think that keeps you ahead of schedule, but you're going to have to pick up the pace.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Shotgun now for Stroud. Into the hands of Schultz. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. They get 13 on the pickup. And the Texans are going to have a first down. Defenders in the area, they still make the connection, Brock. Almost looked like it was just another throw on the practice field.
Yeah, this is how you just develop that just trust factor, that connection. We see it with QBs and tight ends, and the best of them make it look easy.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Second down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Here's Stroud. Has him on the quick hitter. He has room past the 25. And some excellent work on this play. It takes him a while to get to him downfield.
It's a gain of
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
Again, Stroud. Higgins makes the catch. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 10-yard line.
Second and 3 now. To the air yet again, it's Stroud. This throw is caught. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for first and goal.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. Throwing again, it's Stroud. On the move, headed right. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB, and it gave him just enough room to run.
So from the 3, here's second and goal. Now it's Stroud. Pressure comes, he's taken down, the 49ers got him. Following the play, one of the 49ers still pretty shaken up. Trainers getting out there to see what's wrong. Third and goal, the offense hoping something can finally go right here. Stroud from the pistol. And it's incomplete on third and goal.
That's one of those third down situations where you're asking an awful lot of your man to make a play to keep this drive going. Too much of a contested catch there, unable to bring it in.
Kaimi Fairbairn out there now to try a field goal for the Texans on this 4th down. It's just a 26-yarder down the middle. Up and good from Fairbairn. Hold on, though. There's a flag down here. Although, if this is on the defense, Brock, they're probably just going to decline it and keep that make. Thought he had a chance to block it, but he ends up wiping out the kicker instead, and that's going to award their offense a first down.
Automatic first down.
So now then, after the penalty, this is first and goal. Marks. And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. They're 3 yards closer to the end zone. Here comes second and goal.
Brings up second and
Okay,
goal.
all right. There's a little progress on first and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on second down.
Now they send their back in motion right. From the gun, Stroud. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And now they're left with third and goal.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, well, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Third and goal, the offense hoping something can finally go right here. Here's Stroud now. And he will score. It's a Houston touchdown. The Texans fighting back and shaving 6 off that lead. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Here's Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Texans cut the lead by a quarter, down now to 21.
Texans 10.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Isaac Gorindo to return. And this drive will start inside the 25. The 49ers are headed back out on offense as we get a look at Christian McCaffrey. And I'd say the ROI on his early touches have made him a pretty good investment for first half work. He's gotten off to a great start here. San Francisco to the line. It's first and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Steps up and he's running with it. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
A gain of 16
We've hit the 2-minute warning now at NRG. And it's the 49ers with a first and 10. Only took them one play, partner, and they've already made it to that 40-yard line. Jennings coming in motion right. On first and 10, it's McCaffrey. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
If there's ever a play we could call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
Need a better result than that last run. It's second and 8. From the 42. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
It's third and 8. Need to get a chunk here. From the gun is Purdy. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. As they'll get together and discuss with fourth down coming up.
And it's fourth down.
Now here's someone who punted for nearby Pearland High School. Thomas Morstead to punt. Fields this at the 19. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up, past their own 30. Out now come the Texans on offense. They're trailing, but there's enough time, Brock, that they could get a scoring drive to attack that here before the break. They've got first down from the 31. They begin the drive with Chubb. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
Hey, range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
Gave away a couple on the first down run. Now it's going to be 2nd and 12. Looking to throw, Stroud. Hits him on the in route. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. Houston calls it second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
First and 10.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. To the air, Stroud. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. He was trying to find Christian Kirk there. So it'll be second down.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Stroud to throw again on second. Finds him over the middle. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. Now the offense is going to take its third and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
First and 10 from the 41. Here's Stroud again. Throwing the out route complete. And they're going to get to him after a gain of close to 5 as they send him out.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. He's taking a shot towards the end zone. That is incomplete. Down to 13 seconds left.
Man, with how hard it is, Kate, to get these plays down the field, you can't let the coverage off the hook with a drop. It just can't happen. But you're going to see it right here. He saw the open space ahead of him and started running before he ever brought the ball fully in.
3rd down and 4 now. This is the 7th play in this drive. Throwing is Stroud. That's caught. This is Kirk. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line.
A gain of 19 yards.
So a one-sided contest as we reach the break here. Let's head over to Scott Hansen for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thank you, Scott. Great work there. We, on the other hand, didn't have a great first half. Here's hoping things get a little bit closer this time around as we get set for quarter number 3. Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. He fields it from the 8. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So as we get set to begin the third quarter, it's the Texans offense who's going to be out there first. And that first half, they just couldn't keep up the pace, but they're going to be the ones setting the pace here to begin this third quarter. All right, the Houston offense looks set, Brock. Here's 1st and 10. Man in motion here. Second half of a start with a run by Chubb. Well, he continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain.
You want to see the term read and react to the little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
At the 27-yard line.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Staying on the ground here with Chubb. He hits the lane for about 7. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
He's tackled at the 34-yard
You make that call
line.
to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big meal between them and the first down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Stroud. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And they've got to him just a step or two before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And it sets up a Houston first.
That's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a first down. That's a big bonus for the quarterback.
Chubb here on 1st down. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
They send one of the tight ends in motion right. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's brought to a stop after he found plenty of room to run.
A gain of 26 yards. That's good for the Texans. First down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
We hear about basketball on grass so much more of the space and speed coming to the NFL game. That play's so indicative of it. Get that point guard in the open field and let him do his thing.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. Set up a screen here for Marks. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on 1st, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, well, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
Back to throw, Stroud. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. He's trying to link up with his back, Nick Chubb. And now it'll be 3rd and goal. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Now Stroud on 3rd and goal. Can't find anyone open, and he's forced to throw it away.
It has been a tough slog for them to keep up at any point in this game, and failing to convert on that 3rd down, yet another symptom of the overall illness of the day.
Kaimi Fairbairn out there now to try a field goal for the Texans on this 4th down. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Up and good from Fairbairn. And it gets a fraction closer as the lead's down to 18.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. 2nd time they brought him out for a field goal, and 2nd time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff.
For Houston.
Moore with a return. He's got a lane up past the 30. So they're going to begin from the 36 as he's brought down. Now the 49ers getting set to go on offense. They didn't add to their lead last time out, so they punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. The 49ers find themselves in a great starting spot here. 1st and 10 coming up. They'll start this one on the ground with McCaffrey. And it looks like they'll give him about 2 on the opening play of this drive.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. From the 39. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
They'll motion him out of the backfield. On 3rd down, Purdy. And it's Bourne with a catch outright. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line.
You know, I don't mind the scheme. In fact, I like the call. Just not on that 3rd down in particular. Need to get it closer to the sticks to have a chance to move those chains.
The 49ers are lined up in punt formation. And this is the 2nd time he's been brought on to kick it. Now we get a look at this Texans offense. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Off the play action, here's Stroud. He lobs this one up, looking deep to the right side. Taking the deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation. It's just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Here's Chubb on 2nd down. And he rocks the tackler. And he's going to get this one to the 36-yard line. 16 yards on the play. And the Texans are going to have a 1st down.
For a Texans 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
You know, coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession. Or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. That one stopped by Upton Stout.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Here's Chubb up the middle. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line.
They got 2 yards there. That
It's
leaves
a
him with
gain of
3rd
2.
down and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Shotgun now for Stroud. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
The Texans set to punt. Tommy Townsend will kick it away. And he'll bring in this fair catch at the 13. Now out comes the San Francisco offense. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. '49ers to the line, 1st and 10. Back to throw, here's Purdy. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get this up to the 19-yard line as he stopped.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Putting one of the tight ends in motion right. On 2nd down, here's McCaffrey. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. He can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
All about that defense there. Had him bottled up from the jump. Truth be told, probably lucky they even got back to the line of scrimmage.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Shotgun snap for Purdy. Oh, he's going to run for it. Purdy has it knocked out. And he falls on his own miscue, and that sets him up with a 1st down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's a 49er 1st down.
We all saw the brief moment of full-on panic between the ball coming out and him getting back on it. The impressive part is he kept his composure while it was still loose. One mistake didn't become 2, and he cleaned it up before any defenders could.
McCaffrey running between the tackles. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Play made by E.J. Speed.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Going run again with McCaffrey. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
They say about great outfielders in baseball, there's just something to them. They've got a knack, a feel, and instinct to take the right line, the right angle. For safeties to create tackles for loss in the run game, it's the exact same attribute and skill set. Got to take that right angle and then go finish that runner.
He puts some air under it deep down the left. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And now they're staring at 4th and long. Well, Brock, this substantial deficit sure hasn't toned the edge that this defense is playing with, huh? If anything, feels like they might be getting more aggressive, looking to make some sort of impact play.
And that's because turnovers are really the name of the game for this defense at this point, Kate. That aggressiveness still super welcome, no question. But they know it's not just incompletions, it's taking the ball away that's next.
The Texans and C.J. Stroud all set to go for their next drive. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. Texans to the line, 1st and 10. Enough to Chubb to start the drive. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even rip through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Went the wrong way on 1st down, Brock. Here comes 2nd and 12. Here's Stroud. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the 49ers will be on the doorstep of the end zone as he is stopped just short of a pick six. Oh, man, he has to be so upset with himself. 1 yard shy of the goal line, Brock. But hey, still an incredible play to pick it and put his team on the doorstep for 6.
No question about it. The highlight was already playing in his head. He's at the 10, the 5, the 2, and then bam! He is stopped at the 1, and that pick six disappears. It is definitely a highlight for him, but I definitely know when they watch that tape, his teammates are going to give him quite a ribbing for getting caught at the 1.
No doubt. Got it off that interception, Brock. Let's see if they can pay that off with points. Here's 1st and goal. Fullback trying to power it across. And he won't get in. The daylight was there for just a second, but it closed just in time to keep him out. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Oh, so aggravatingly close to a safety on that one right there, Kate. Just a matter of a foot, and they could have had some points on the board defensively.
Another chance to get that lone yard. Here's 2nd and goal. McCaffrey, and he runs it across, touchdown! The 49ers pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown! His 3rd of the game on the ground.
Let's see, Kate, I think in bowling, you get 3 strikes, that's a turkey. You know, in hockey or soccer, you score 3 goals, that's a hat trick. What we could call this, other than simply splendid?
Extra point try now from Pinheiro. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the 49ers grow their lead yet again.
Texans 13.
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. Here's Smith on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. Here come the Texans as they get set to take over on offense. And this group feeling a little urgency to make the most of this one, Brock, after they threw that interception the last time out.
Yeah, we know there's no more predictive stat in the NFL than giving the ball away. Now, we walk that fine line as a quarterback. You can't play timid and scared to make a mistake, but you know you can't put the ball again in the other team's hands.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Fits it through the middle. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12
yards. That's good for a Texans first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. First down throw by Stroud. His quick throw knocked away, incomplete. Trying to force one through there. And now they face 2nd down.
You know, it's one thing to tell a quarterback not to telegraph a pass. It's quite another to fundamentally do the right things. You got to use your eyes to move defenders in this league, especially on your primary target.
On 2nd down, Marks. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it sets up a Houston first.
First down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that third down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
Tried to throw on first down. Couldn't bring it in over the middle. Incomplete. Try getting it to Nico Collins. And it's going to be second down.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Back to the air they go on second. Stroud. Here's a screen now for Chubb. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Completed over the middle. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
Again, Stroud. He's got it on the slant. And in for the Houston touchdown. The Texans shrinking the lead some in the third. Nico Collins with the touchdown. We've seen him do a lot more to reach the end zone on a catch, Brock. That one was kind of fed right to him.
Yeah, they say the running backs have a nose for the end zone. You know who else does? Every skill guy out there because they want to put a touchdown on the board.
Fairbairn now for the PAT.
For the extra point.
Right down the middle, it's good. And the Texans make it an 18-point game.
Niners 38, Texans 20.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Garindo to return it. They'll have decent field position to begin with here. Brockie's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. The 49ers are headed back out on offense as we get a look at Christian McCaffrey. And even after giving up the score, they still enjoy a 3-score advantage, so pressure not too heavy just yet. They've got first down from the 31. One of the tight ends motioning left. On the ground to begin the drive with McCaffrey. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Kamari Lassiter getting up there to make the stop.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. But that's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. They stick with McCaffrey. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here, and it's going to bring up third down.
These defensive ends today are so good, Kate, with their hands, and it's often right off the jump. If you can win with your hands, if you can create space, you can get a tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. From the gun is Purdy. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he can't find anything as he goes out of bounds. Nothing on that return.
You get to that money down, that third down, you look to your money players, and this tight end is capable of it. Let's give some credit to the defense right there. Did an amazing job not only sticking to him, but bringing him down before he can move the chains.
And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Texans send wide receiver Nico Collins ready to go once again. And I think by this point we can all agree, Brock, that he is not going to be stopped until the clock stops at the end of this game. He just continues to make catches count in this second half. All right, the Houston offense looks set, Brock. Here's 1st and 10. To the air, Stroud. Short pass brought in. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
To Nico Collins. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 35-yard line.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Here's a counter give to Chubb. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. From the gun, Stroud. That's caught. This is Kirk. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
That's good for a Houston Texans. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Stroud completes it quick. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
To Nico Collins. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Niners' 39-yard line.
2nd and 3 now. The give inside to Chubb. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. Brings up 3rd down.
All right, looks like they're going to try to power this across. Goal line formation on 3rd and inches. Stroud on the sneak. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stopped him at the line. No gain.
It's a gain of a yard. And the Texans, 1st down.
This is the end of the 3rd quarter. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the 4th quarter. First down, ball at the 36. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 28-yard line.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Now it's Stroud on the keeper. He wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a 1st.
What's that saying, Kate, about discretion? Discretion is the better part of valor. Well, decision-making for quarterbacks is so critical. And that time, excellent discretion. Protect yourself, get the 1st down, and live to play another day.
Stroud throwing here on 1st. Oh, he's calling his own number again. And Stroud gets him the 1st with a slide down at the end of it.
a gain of 16 yards. That's another H-down.
As much as you'd like to find a completion and get the ball out of your hands, when a play breaks down, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on his ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that.
Running back sent in motion. Working inside the red zone. Quick slant complete. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
Christian Kirk. A gain of 7 brings up 2nd and goal at the 1-yard line.
It's 2nd and goal. Chubb trying to run his way in. And they're going to keep him out once again. That sends him backwards, brings up 3rd and goal.
On the tackle.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Touchdown or bust for him here as they set up for 3rd and goal. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Now Stroud on 3rd and goal. And that finds him in the end zone for the Houston touchdown. The Texans get it back to within 2 possessions. Nico Collins with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Fairbairn now for the PAT.
For the extra point.
The point after splits the uprights. And the Texans make it an 11-point ball game.
Niners 38, Texans 27.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Moore with a return. He stopped on the run back at the 27. The San Francisco offense headed out to take over. And they're already up by 2 scores, Brock, but another one here would really put this one out of reach. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
A play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
New set of downs for him at the 38. First down, and they go right back to him. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. It's a pickup of 11, and it brings up a San Francisco 1st down.
1st down, 49ers.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Sending him on the dive. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
Well, I call that a table setter. If you're getting that kind of efficient production out of your fullback, well, that just sets the table up for everyone else on this offense to eat.
1st down run, nabs him 5, now 2nd and 5. From the gun, McCaffrey. And this will only complicate matters for 3rd down, partner. They're sent backwards.
You know how we hear about teams and quarterbacks avoid targeting a stud cornerback, just throwing away from him? Well, maybe they should avoid running it anywhere near this guy. He's having no issue stopping these plays cold.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Purdy to throw it. Completes it downfield to Pearsall. And he's stopped as he gets this one down to the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
San Francisco.
There are times a quarterback's got to be blacksmiths. When you're in the pocket, there's just a certain timing and precision. But you get outside that pocket, you got to be an artist. You got to be creative, and this guy is.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Trying an inside give now with McCaffrey. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
And he's going to take this one forward for a gain of about 9. 3rd down coming up.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
On 3rd down, here's Garindo. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That's one of those plays, Kate, as an offense, it just sticks with you a little bit. It bothers you that you just can't convert on a very manageable down and distance. And on the other side, well, sure gives you some confidence defensively to get off the field.
The lead looks safe, but the pedal's staying down. They're going for this. And the QB keeps it on the sneak. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. That's a short gain of 1. And the 4th down call pays off as they'll move the chains.
A certain variation of this play has really become synonymous with one team. And you know who I'm talking about, the tush push over there in Philly. But at its root, this has been one of the offense's greatest plays long before Jalen Hurts and those Eagles put their own stamp on it. So simple to run, so tough to stop.
Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
They got out ahead of that one, and good thing, too. That effort, right, just that pursuit, that want-to, may have prevented a big play, and instead, well, they nearly got him for a tackle for loss.
Now, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. They'll try it right with McCaffrey. And he'll get this across. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers make it a 3-score game in the 4th. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. Far from the first time we've broken down one of his touchdowns in this game, partner, but man, they seem to get more impressive every time.
And I don't care, Kate, if they're all 1-yard plungers, if you're up over 300 yards. A 4-touchdown game will forever live among your greatest career highlights. You can go several games without even scoring one. So to get 4 in one contest, you'll never, ever forget it.
Pinheiro good on the extra point. And the 49ers push their lead to 18.
Texans 27.
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Texans and C.J. Stroud all set to go for their next drive. They just witnessed maybe the most impressive drive we've seen all game, Brock, and now they get a chance to answer with one of their own. Texans to the line. 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Stroud. Dumps it off to his running back. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on 1st down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Trying to throw here out of the gun. He's looking underneath here for Chubb. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Nick Chubb.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stroud. Now set up the screen here for Marks. Escapes a defender. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A gain of 9 yards. That's good for a Texans 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that 1st down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Intended for
Christian Kirk, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
At the 40-yard
He's been a
line.
frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Incomplete.
Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Throw on 3rd down. He puts some air under this one, deep right. This is brought in at the 15. It's a huge pickup on the play. And the Texans are going to have a 1st down.
That's good for an H-town. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
To the air yet again, it's Stroud. Dumps this one off, Marks. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. And it sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Throwing again, it's Stroud. And he will score. It's a Houston touchdown. The Texans get it back to within 2 possessions. C.J. Stroud, the touchdown.
Kate, we know you can do it in different ways in today's NFL at quarterback. Some with their brains and their processing, that anticipation and accuracy. Some could do it with their improv skills to create a play when everything breaks down, and he just put on a show.
Fairbairn now for the PAT.
For the extra point.
Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Texans make it an 11-point ball game.
Texans 34.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff.
For Houston.
Moore with a return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The 49ers are headed back out on offense as we get a look at Christian McCaffrey. They're up by 2 scores, Brock, but we've got some time left, so they still need to mount a drive here. San Francisco to the line. It's 1st and 10. Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
Hey, I love the jet sweep as much as anybody, Kate. It can be super effective, but here's the deal. Once you send that receiver in motion, well, you're doomed. Because if they bring an edge pressure or there's a blitz, there's really no stopping it. Once that thing gets started, there's no audibling out of it.
Gave away a couple on the first down run. Now it's going to be 2nd and 12. Shotgun snap for Purdy. Completed over the middle. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line.
You put up the combine times of tight ends running a 40-yard dash, and they certainly don't run as fast as the safeties or the corners in this league. But when you get them going in the right direction and you get them dragging across the field like that, well, they could still do their damage.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. From the gun is Purdy. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
Zone read, the gift to McCaffrey. Defense following the ball perfectly on that zone read and closing on him for a loss.
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity. Tackles for loss, when you knock that offense backwards, I promise you, in time, we'll be keeping a closer eye on plays like that one.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. Looking for his wide receiver there. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. On 3rd down, Purdy. That's going to be caught by his back. McCaffrey. And he's taken down, but he's got it to the 29. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
First down, San Francisco.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate, and we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on 1st down.
That is teaching tape for a linebacker. Read, react, and finish.
All right, a couple yards to make up, Brock. Time to rediscover the magic on this drive. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll motion a tight end left. On 2nd down, Robinson. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Purdy looking to throw. He's running for it. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. Houston calls it second timeout. And with another one gone, they're going to have just one remaining this game. They send out Eddie Pinheiro for the field goal. 1 for 1 so far. This is from 40. Pinheiro's kick is good. And that extends their lead to 14.
That kick, well, it throws a roadblock up on some of the remaining avenues to get back in this game and really leaves only one remaining. It's going to take 2 touchdowns if they want a shot at it. And we know those odds, they're getting pretty long.
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. Starting from the 5. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Houston's offense back out now and ready to go. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10. From the gun, Stroud. Again, he connects with Collins. And this is going to be out of bounds. Defense catches up to him near that 45. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
First down throw by Stroud. Dump off caught by his back. And they send him out of bounds as he gets this to the opposing 45. It's a gain of 12 there. And it sets up a Houston first.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Give Kirk another one. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
Speed kills, baby. You better make that tackle right away on these receivers or you're going to get some serious yak. Those yards after catch just like that. Taking a short gain and turning it into an explosive play.
That takes us to the 2-minute warning in Houston. Texans losing by 14. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Again, Stroud. Touchdown, Houston! The Texans now within 1 score in the 4th. It's a Christian Kirk touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Fairbairn now for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Texans chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Texans 41.
So just inside the 2-minute warning, they have to get the onside kick back. And the 49ers are able to cover the kick.
The onside kick.
Ooh, had to have that onside kick. Got one timeout, but not much time left. This one kind of feels like it's over.
Not a whole lot they can do, but you can't give up. Not a time to look at the clock. You got that one timeout. You got to do all you can and really hope and pray this offense fumbles the snap or screws it up here in the final minutes.
The 49ers are headed back out on offense as we get a look at Christian McCaffrey. Their lead's still more than a field goal, thankfully, should the worst happen, Brock. But obviously the goal here is to hang on to the ball and try to run this game out.
Yeah, the goal is to get to the best formation in the history of offensive football. The victory formation.
The victory formation.
That is all that you're thinking right now is just make these plays, run out this clock so we could take one more knee and celebrate.
1st and 10, around to Robinson. Trying to fight free, he can't do so. They've got him behind the line. Now let's see, Brock, if they call their final timeout.
It's a loss.
No surprises here. Defense quick to stop that clock. We've got 1:53 left in this game.
7-yard line.
Went the wrong way on 1st down, Brock. Here comes 2nd and 12. Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. He completes it in traffic. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
We give a lot of credit to receivers, and rightfully so, Kate, for them going into coverage and making a catch. I don't think we give enough credit to tight ends. I know they're big, I know they're physical, but to go into double coverage, take that contact, and come away with the catch, that's a big-time effort.
Back to throw. Dumps it off. Oh, no, the ball is loose. And the Texans grab it. And they're able to add some extra yards onto the turnover too, Brock, as this defense steals away possession.
You know what separates good defenses from great? Good defenses find a way to get off the field. Great defenses find a way to take the ball away. What a great play to set their offense up with some mojo.
The Texans and wide receiver Nico Collins ready to go once again. It sure seems like they've been able to score every time they've touched it this quarter, Brock, so high hopes again for this upcoming series. The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Setting up to pass. Dumped off to his running back. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
You know, these running backs today, they are so versatile. It doesn't matter if they're running it, or in this case, same principle applies on routes out of the backfield. You don't get somebody close to him, that throw is headed his way.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Here he is to throw. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he gets him the touchdown. And now a potential game-deciding play call coming up. So they get the all-important touchdown here late in the game, Brock. Now the question, play for the tie or go for 2 and the lead?
And I know they've got all these charts and numbers and analytics to tell you what to do, but this comes down to the gut and the trust of the head coach. Does he trust his offense more to go get this 2-point conversion, or is he going to lean into his defense and believe that they can get the stop?
On for the PAT, and a make would tie us up late. And everyone can breathe easier now. His try is good, and they found a way to tie it late in the 4th. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Gorindo to return it. This manages to get just beyond that 30-yard line. The 49ers back on offense and set to take over. And there's enough time left that you can't call it impossible. They're going to need a heck of a play downfield to get in range for a possible game winner. '49ers to the line, 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. They'll try to set up the screen. Here's Robinson. And a good pickup of 9 there before it gets out of bounds to stop the clock.
We've heard it said, and I believe it to my core, football is the ultimate team sport. And a well-run screen like that is the ultimate team play because it takes all 11 doing their job.
Only need the smallest little bit of yardage here. It is 2nd and inches. From the 41. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And now it's 3rd and short.
Because it's 3rd down.
Looking to throw it. He has the first over the middle. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. He only finds a window for 2, but that's still enough for a 1st down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
That's going to do it for regulation, so some bonus football in store for all those fans in the stands. We're headed for overtime. So starting this year, we've got some new rules in place for overtime, Brock. Both teams now guaranteed a chance to possess the football in overtime of any game, not just the playoff. So an opening drive touchdown, no longer an instant game winner. Got to be able to make a stop too. It's a new look to NFL overtime. Let's see how this plays out as we get underway with some bonus football. Here's Smith on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Houston offense out and ready to set up shop. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. First throw of overtime now. Finds him over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
That's good for a Texans 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Shotgun now for Stroud. Has him on the quick hitter. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Just stay on schedule. Just stay on schedule, right? SOS. Bad thing on a ship. Good thing on a football field. Even a little completion keeps this offense on schedule.
Overtime just getting started. Both teams are going to get a chance with the football here. We've got 2nd down. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Throw left side, caught by Higgins. And he's able to cross midfield before going out. Give him 8 yards on the
It's a
play.
gain of 8.
And the Texans are going to have a
That's
first
good for
down.
Texans, first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here's Stroud again. Short pass brought in. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Complete to Christian Kirk. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the Niners' 41-yard line.
2nd and 3 now. Throwing again, it's Stroud. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And that leaves him with 3rd and short.
3 yards to go.
Well, he already has himself 1 interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse, kind of sprinkle into your passing game. Because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on.
And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it sets up a Houston first.
That's good for a Texans first down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Well, partner, maybe not the record that most people think of when it comes to quarterbacks, but it's certainly an impressive accolade for him. The most completions in a single game.
Yeah, it feels like this was communicated beforehand, right in the play. And listen, we're running everything through you. You're carrying us. And to his credit, this quarterback brought his A game, some of the best throws of his career.
And he's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
Stroud from the pistol. Throwing the out route complete. And he's able to get this down to the 13.
Hey, Kate, you know this from covering the Seahawks, calling their preseason game. When Pete Carroll was there, if he said it once, he said it 100 times. Stay on top, stay on top, stay on top. You'll give up a short little out route like that, but just stay on top of the deep threat.
Here's Chubb on 2nd down. And they find him after just a yard, and it's 3rd down.
Taken down at the 11-yard line. It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
To the air, Stroud. He's got it, complete to Collins. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
On the play. And the Texans first down. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
From the gun, Stroud. And he scores! It's a touchdown on the first drive of overtime. So he looks to and finds the big fella, and his tight end takes it in for 6.
Such a reliable weapon down in the red zone. It kind of reminds me like a point guard making an entry pass to that post player. When you trust your big people around you, and when a quarterback trusts his tight end like that, it makes a difference.
That one right down the middle. And the Texans break that tie and now lead by 7. Well, in past years, this game would have been over on that score, but starting this year, their opponents get to respond as we are back underway. Coverage coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So here come the 49ers on offense. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10. Now he gets a shot here in overtime. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
It leads to
Certainly got to pick your shots. When to be aggressive defensively, Kate, when you get here to overtime. You send a blitz, it better get home. It better have an effect, and that time it did, forcing the incompletion.
This entire game hinges on them finding the end zone, Brock, as they come up on 2nd down. And back-to-back passes that should have been intercepted. 2 great chances to take it away. Both of them dropped, Brock, and now they stay out there for 3rd down.
This offense just got let off the hook with that one. A pick ends this game. A drop pick, well, gives this offense a little extra life. It's kind of like an error in baseball, and you see it all the time. That opponent takes advantage when you can't complete the play. Let's see if the offense can do the same.
On 3rd down, Purdy. Another drop. The last 2 plays both should have been intercepted, but neither could be brought in. However, Brock, they do at least force this 4th down.
Hey, far be it from me to nitpick a pass breakup, but if he hangs on right there, Kate, this game is over. Now, he and his teammates got to buckle down. Still got a lot of work to do.
Biggest play of OT. Offense set now on 4th down. Sticking to the air here. It's Purdy. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
So it's the Texans who defend their building and take the win. When the pass, that opening touchdown would have won it for them on the spot, but not anymore, baby. They needed not just the score, they needed a stop on the other end, too, before they could leave here with that victory.
Ultimate team, right? Together, everyone achieves more. In the old day, that coin toss was often the deciding factor, not anymore. Now it took their defensive effort as well. It's why that locker room celebration, because it's a whole team, is going to be so darn sweet.